Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Yeah, Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that Street Geek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, baby. Oh, NERDSoul Gaming. We back. Look, we got some Strive. Look, Open Mind got Strive. He back. I've been waiting to play this game. I sat this game down for a long time. I picked it up recently to get back into the groove. Open Mind got it. So we gonna give y'all Faust versus Potemkin. We're gonna talk some gaming stuff too. We're gonna talk about some gaming stuff. But for the most part, we're gonna be getting our game on and chilling. I did have something I wanted to start off with before we get into a match. There was an article, and I'm trying to remember who it's from. But sorry, before we get started, previous God of Destruction, Open Mind, say what's up.
What up, FGC family? Thank y'all for having me back on. This gonna be a different type of stream because we gonna be playing and talking. Y'all forgive my Guilty Gear Strive house because it's a story behind my Strive. Like we'll get into it later in the show. But my crib is looking real basic right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no furniture because I will have my house hooked up. So sorry for my Guilty Gear Strive house looking all basic. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into it later. But thanks for having me back. We finna get into some Strive. Strive is just gonna be the game in the background that we talk about. We're gonna be talking about other stuff too. So thanks for having me back.
Yeah, first thing, I can't remember who put the article out, but they basically asked the question, can Nintendo Switch save or revive a struggling gaming industry? And stagnant. So it comes from Financial Times, and it says, can Nintendo Switch 2 revive a stagnant gaming industry? My question to you first is, do you think the gaming industry is stagnant? And if you think it's stagnant, do you think that the Switch 2 can revive it?
I don't think the gaming industry is stagnant, but it can use a little jolt, right? Just a little jolt of, hold on, let me spectate on match. Why can't we fight? Wait a minute. Why can't we fight?
All right, cool.
Wait. Oh, you know what?
What's up?
Down here at the bottom.
All right, cool.
Here we go. Down here at the bottom. So finishing answering that question. It does need a jolt, and the jolt isn't from the developers. I mean, is it from the gamers? It's more so to the developers, right? Okay. The developers, not even that. I said that wrong. The companies like Capcom, Namco, Sony, Xbox, right? Mm-hmm. Sony and Xbox, mostly Sony and some PC, needs to be reminded of Uncle Nintendo. Right? Yeah. Uncle Nintendo, is it letting you in?
No, yeah, it is. I'm just walking around real quick.
Okay, I thought we were about to fight. Okay, so after I say this, then we can jump into the match.
Yeah.
Uncle Nintendo had to come through, crash the barbecue and say, y'all forgot that I was y'all uncle with my ranch out here at all this acres of land. I know y'all don't see me that much, but I'm coming to the cookout and I'm coming to remind y'all that I'm Uncle Nintendo. Now, that's to put Sony on their toes. Xbox not so much because they bowing out anyway, and definitely PC gaming. Because here it is, we have a handheld console that can do just about, not everything, but just about all the other consoles can do. And then we still don't fully know what it all can do. And we still got the soccer moms and suburban people who would buy our stuff. No matter the price. And speaking of prices, a long answer to this question. People crying about high prices. I think people forgot that the mid to early 90s where games was $65, $70 on cartridge.
Yeah.
On Super Nintendo, on Nintendo 64.
And if you just from inflation, it's even worse now. But
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but back then that was
expensive.
Keep hitting us. Back then, that was expensive. 70 to 80 bucks was expensive in the 90s because money wasn't what it is now. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we're kind of going back to what used to be. Not that I'm a fan of it. I'm just saying, let's not act like this is like, oh my God, this is unheard of. No, this was normal. This
Yeah,
was standard.
I think because we've had indie games, thank God for indie games.
Yeah.
We've had them so long that, you know, we've had some very good, you know, some very good deals where you could get an indie game for like $20, $15. And it was
Right.
even, you know, more, if not as enjoyable, sometimes more enjoyable than your $79 game, your $69 game. But
Mhm.
I think it is nice to have something like a big splashy, you know, intro from the Switch. And yeah, I think Revive, we could get in it. But you know what? Let me go in and get in here, Stroud. Let's connect. All right. Let's see. Hopefully I am not glitching on you. I'm hoping not. I'm
We'll
hoping
see.
not.
We'll see until until the fights load up.
Oh boy, when is
Because
all
I'm
right.
Ethernet core right now.
Okay,
And
cool.
I'm Ethernet.
See, I'm not Ethernet, so we gonna see. We gonna
No, it's smooth. It's smooth.
oh
It's smooth. Ah, he came down top of my head with it. I knew Faust was gonna give me surgery.
Oh
I knew Faust was gonna give me surgery, fam. I knew Faust was gonna perform surgery on your boy. Like it is what it is.
See, you know. Oh. Oh no. Ah. Yes.
Ah, he can't stop me from going to heaven.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Oh no.
Nah. Nah. That boy said we ain't going to heaven today, boy.
Oh
We're
man.
not going to heaven. We gonna stay grounded. I like that counter though. I like the fact that he's like, nah, we cutting that off. I'm not going to heaven. NERDSoul says, I'm not going to heaven, y'all. He's not going to heaven today.
Oh, and you get the bounce on that too. No. Ooh, no.
NERDSoul said no, he's not being taken to heaven.
You know what though?
Yo,
everybody,
I have to compliment you on that count.
Any of those.
I thought I had him. Go ahead.
Any Faust fans? We coming back. We coming back. We gonna do what we can.
Listen, Nerves like because I know he gonna take me to heaven, and I'm not going to heaven today.
And see, I'm forgetting some of my buttons. I'm like, yo, hold up, what was that button? I'm pressing the wrong stuff. I'm like, hold up,
I
get back.
I had to learn how to play Potemkin all over again too. His but a lot of his stuff changed. He's not the same Potemkin.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes. All right, here we go. Oh no. Not the butt drop. All right, come on now. Oh. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Ah!
No.
Oh my goodness!
What was that? Was that the Mega Fist? What was?
That was Mega Fist, but it's not what I wanted. That's just what came out.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, come on now.
Goodness. The Potemkin is so slow, y'all. I gotta get inside somehow.
Oh no! Not the grab. Oh, see, this is. I need to call a timeout.
Potemkin has to get in slow. He got to stalk his opponent. See, it's the rush down. You got me
Look,
cornered.
I gotta go
That's
for
that
it.
corner pressure. It's that corner pressure. It's that corner pressure, man. Boy, mashing the buttons. I can't move. I can't move, y'all. I can't move.
No. Oh,
I had to
I
mash.
gave him
I
my
mashed
all,
out.
y'all. I gave him my all.
I mashed out. I couldn't move. I don't know why it's on one and done. I thought I put it on two, but
It's all good. You want to?
but
Matter of
anyway,
fact,
you was saying something before we started the match. You was about to say something because I had to answer the question about direct.
yeah. And if you wanna change the match parameters, let me know.
That's what I'm finna do right now.
All right, cool. Go in and do that. Do you need me to leave to do that, or you could just change that normally?
I think it should let me edit. So
All right,
rounds
cool.
to victory, 3 round. No. Interstage rematch. There we go.
Word. So
And put it on infinite. There we go.
I also wanted to ask you what you thought about the anger of gamers in general in the fighting game community, because was it Roofamonger? I think Roofamonger did a video about what is it about just fighters in
Hold on,
general.
hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on
All
one
right,
second.
where I got you.
I'm in the middle of a podcast. What's going on?
I'm sorry. I just want you to get the camera.
Oh, man. But look, y'all, don't
Somebody
worry
did what
about all
in the
that. Don't worry about what.
And the car right there.
Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Where I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, yeah.
Um,
my wife taking care of it. So the crime just took place. Anyway, go ahead. Start over because somebody's at my door and I had to like. Anyway, go ahead.
I feel you. What is it? Roofamonger was talking about pretty much the fighting game industry. Everyone's mad about something right now. So you got Street Fighter people, they're mad. You got Tekken people, they're mad. You got people that are looking at 2XKO, they mad because 2XKO said that they were going to launch with just 10 characters. So you know that is not probably what they wanted, even though the game gonna be free. But don't. You know, here's the thing: people be wanting like 30 character rosters. You ain't gonna do but play with one character.
Y'all gonna play with one, maybe
y'all
two.
Gonna play with Ryu the whole time.
The Ryu of
y'all gonna
2XKO.
Play with Ryu every time. You gonna play with Terry every time. You gonna play with Jin every time. I don't know why y'all be wanting like 50 character
Sub-Zero and Scorpion every time. Like you're not gonna play with the rest of the roster, so I don't know what y'all mad about.
Thank you.
So to answer the question, it's the typical toxic FGC that don't know what they want. Right? They don't know what they want. And with 2XKO in particular, you get what you pay for, which you're not paying for nothing.
The game is free. They're giving us a free game, y'all. Like
this, we got to keep in mind with the 2XKO. What is 2XKO exactly? This is the League of Legends fighting game, right? This is League of Legends taking their characters from their lore and making them into a fighting game. Which all games are not gonna make it.
True.
So with 10 people on the roster, I'm not saying I'm enthused about it. I'm just not mad about it. I'm just sitting back watching. Okay, what are they finna do? Right?
And then of course,
go ahead.
Since this is free to play, you know it's not going to be 10 characters forever.
No, they'll probably drop a character like every 2 weeks.
Man, come on, y'all. Like,
maybe
you know how them free to play games go. They'll drop somebody new soon. Like, but yeah. So and then Tekken the update. You even talked about the Tekken update. You know people mad about that.
They might do this. They might do this because it's free to play. 10 free characters, while the rest of the roster is behind a paywall.
Could do that. Yeah. You know, pay, I don't know, $4.99 or something like that, or whatever they just end up putting the character on.
Because ain't nothing free in this world but G. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you might have 10 free playables, and then you might have a whole roster on your screen that's behind a paywall. You gotta unlock it with your money.
True that. Because I can come out. Matter of fact, let me go. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna come back in real quick. But I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna show you guys. If y'all look on my screen right now, you can see. I'm gonna go to local. I'm gonna go in the arcade just so y'all can see this real quick. Look at these characters. You see these locks? You see these locks right here? It won't even let me go.
Right,
I won't even let. There's 1, 2, 3 locks over here and 3 locks over there.
right.
I ain't got them characters. I don't know. I don't even know who they is because I only
My
need
screen
one
look the same.
character.
My screen look the same. I ain't paid for nobody.
Oh man, I
I'm
ain't got
paying with
it. Man,
prescription.
so I'm sure other people got those characters like the girl with the yo-yos and stuff, and the new dude with the pool stick and all all them folks. I just need my boy Faust. That's it.
That's
Faust.
it.
That's all I need. And most of y'all know good and well y'all gonna play one character. Y'all people be getting mad like they play, let's say, 5 to 6 different characters. But that's not the case. You know good and
Now,
well.
I'll play devil's advocate on here
Okay.
about them playing. And this is me. This is not me saying this because this is how I feel. I'm gonna be fair here. I'm gonna be Democrat and Republican here instead of just picking a side, right?
All right.
Those trying my best to speak for those who are mad because I know they're gonna come in the comment section with a 17 paragraph comment. Okay, so let me address it.
Oh
There's
man.
also that group that says it's not that I want to play with multiple characters. I don't want to fight the same character over and over again. With a small roster, the community is gonna rally around 1 or 2 characters. So when you're going online to fight, your opponent is gonna be 1 or 2 characters. And you're not gonna have a variety of matchups and opponents. You're just gonna be fighting them 1, 2, or maybe 3 characters of that 10-man, 8-man roster. So it's the
Okay.
situation of it's not that they personally want to play with one of that many options. They're gonna play with their one character, but they want
Okay.
to face a different variety, a healthy dose of the roster, whatever that looks like for whatever game. So that's
Okay.
just me playing devil's advocate. I ain't seen no comments yet that said that. Everybody that's commenting is saying they want a big roster, but we know they only gonna play with one. But I'm talking
Yeah,
about
and
the silent majority.
you only gonna see 3 characters, 4
Yeah,
tops.
but I'm speaking for the silent majority who ain't gonna come comment, but them the people that's like, yo, I want to fight more than just Ken and Ryu. I want to
Gotcha.
fight more than just Sub Zero and Scorpion, Rock and Terry, Jin and Kazuya. If the bigger the roster, the more variety I have to of opponents to face instead of it
Gotcha.
having a small roster and the community is all playing with this one character. So you really just playing this game, fighting this one character. So there's that group that's angry that probably haven't commented yet. And I'm just only speaking for that group just in case somebody comment and say, well, the reason I'm mad is because of that reason. Like I realize that that's another avenue of anger. Like this short roster means I'm going to face 2 people all day long. Not 2 humans, but 2 characters because everybody that's playing this game is playing with them 2 characters. And it's going to
True.
get
True that.
boring and redundant after a while.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So I'll get him that. I'll get him that. I think they're gonna end up fighting the same folks. But you know what? Let's get back
Anyway,
into it. Let me
regardless,
not spectate. I ain't
I'm at
trying
the
to
top.
spectate.
I'm at
Oh,
the top.
I see. I see. Yeah. There we go. Let's see.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. I didn't mean to, it kicked me out. I hit the wrong button. Just stay there. Yeah.
word up, word up.
My
Let's do
bad. Sorry
this.
for cussing. I just didn't mean to do that. It
Let's
just I
go,
hit the
y'all.
wrong
All
button.
right, and Coop might be here soon. We'll see if Coop drops in. Um, but
I
let's go ahead
gotta
and get
take him
into
to
the
heaven at
match.
least one time, y'all. We gotta take NERDSoul to
I'm
heaven at least
trying
one
not to
time.
go.
He tried not to go to heaven, but
Ah,
but but I must cleanse him of his transgressions at some point. He had sinned before the Lord at some point in his life, so you got to go to the pearly gates at some
no,
point.
no, no, no.
I gotta take him, but I can't just take him because he know I'm trying to take him, so he gonna be trying not to go.
Ooh, yeah.
Ah, that wind, I just can't do nothing about it. When it's come, I like a deer in the headlight. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, I can't jump over that. No.
You can. It's just.
I won't jump it high enough. Yes.
He got one.
Ooh, that was close.
He got one. Yo, I knew Faust was gonna give me that surgery though.
Oh no. Oh no. Yes.
Man, them jabs be working, don't they?
Oh no. Oh, I see with that little foot.
That's the got them little foot. That's funny though. He got these big old arms with them little bitty feet. That's so funny.
Oh no. Oh, that should have juggled you. No. Come on now. Come on. Oh. Ah. I should have stayed on solid ground.
Yep. Stay on solid ground.
Oh. That's right. What you know about that? Too early.
You got to get up.
You know what? I was trying to get
you. You're too close, man. Got to get up off you. Good. Yes. No, I cannot time Mike's jumps, man. He be jumping like before I can react to it.
No. Oh, I tried to jump at the last second.
Caught them feet.
That's all right.
It's on rematch now.
All right, let me see. Rematch? All right, cool.
Yeah, I put it on rematch.
One rematch, then we got something else to talk about.
Topic, yeah.
I wonder if I can. Yeah, there we go.
I got him conditioned to block that now. He blocking it right after that tornado. He know the prayer hands, boy.
Oh.
But the prayer hands.
He was waiting for the prayer.
Prayer hands for Timkins. Listen, I will pray for you in a minute. I will pray to God and get up close. He got the juggle everything. He got that 16 hit. Good combo, fam.
That's right. Oh. Yes.
I couldn't get my I couldn't do my input.
Ooh. This is look, this baby steps, y'all. Baby steps. We try to
a 16 hit combo on me real quick. Hit me on Oki, get the Oki joints. Oh, he pushed me through the okay.
No, we try.
All right, NERDSoul. All right, NERDSoul.
Oh no.
Stay right where you at. Roman Castle. I'm putting you through the wall. This man just took me through the wall.
Oh no.
Combo me into the joint.
Oh no.
Yeah. Roman
okay,
Castle.
you know what?
That's just that.
I should have known he was doing a lot of grabbing, so I should have known. Well, you can hit me from there with that?
Yes, I can pray, bro. All I need is the Lord on my side. See, you can see if you prayer changes. You know what I'm saying? Prayer changes. All you got to do is pray. All you got to do is pray.
See, I was trying to delay it. Thought I was going.
See, when you pray to the Lord, He answers. Just pray. Prayer hands for Timken. I'm telling y'all, I'll be praying for y'all. Oh, goodness. This is.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I thought I could absorb that hit.
That just chip damage now.
You know what, guys? We tried. It's all good.
Look,
We tried.
listen, man. Look, y'all. Did y'all see NERDSoul give me that work this time?
I was trying to. I was trying just.
NERDSoul said, "What you're not gonna do is take me to heaven." That's what he said. That was
All
the
right,
place.
so
You're not taking me. I saw your clip, over man, and you're not taking me to heaven. That's
oh boy, cause man, I'm trying hard to not have that be on there. If anything, I don't want to get flown up to heaven.
man said, I am not going. I'm not ready to see the Lord right now.
Nah,
I respect it, though. I respect it.
no.
I'm just teasing.
My next next question, I was thinking about there's been rumors about PlayStation. Well, this isn't a rumor. PlayStation has been putting out feelers in form of like I guess you could say like polls and I guess player tests and questions out through email and stuff to see what people think or thought about the Nintendo Direct event. And some folks are saying this means that PlayStation is working on a handheld, which they could be. It might have been in the works for a minute. Question: are you interested? Because you got a PS5. Are you interested in a PlayStation handheld?
I don't know yet. I say that because the PlayStation handheld is all it's gonna do is just be a small PlayStation in my hand, right?
Okay.
I feel like if I didn't have a PlayStation 5, answer that question would be yes. But because I have a PS5, the handheld will just be the PS5 in my hand. When the when the PlayStation 6 is kind of on the horizon, within a year and a half, we'll see it. So I'm thinking PlayStation tried to do its handheld with the PSP and it just failed, so they just stick to console.
Now, do you see the PSP as a failure, like a total failure, or do you think, because I know people that still be, I mean, of course they be playing like the cracked versions where you can put like PC games on it and stuff, but like as far as the form function and stuff, I mean, it did have its, I guess you could say it had its run, it had its fans. I think the problem with the PSP is that it had like whole separate games for the PSP. Do you think a new version that played similar to like Nintendo Switch, a new version that you can basically take your your PS5P or whatever, and you could take it and take your games anywhere. So you could play, PlayStation Now or PlayStation Network, whatever it is. You can play it anywhere, and it's the same-ish graphics, on the road as you have here. Would you be more suited or more interested in buying that, or how are you feeling about that?
Okay, so back to the original question. I'm answering that one first. I think the PSP was a missed opportunity. I had one. I owned one. The very first one, matter of fact. I didn't get to the other versions of it. I did have a PSP. Okay. What I didn't like about it was that it was restricted to Wi-Fi, right? And when you're gaming online, you have to have not a strong Wi-Fi connection where you sitting right next to your modem, or you got to have Ethernet. And the PSP didn't even have a Ethernet hole in the console. It was strictly Wi-Fi, and everything was laggy online all the time because Wi-Fi is laggy. Now your Wi-Fi is, we smooth. I ain't seen no lag. I'm talking about lag.
Do you think Wi-Fi that maybe that'll help because we have newer Wi-Fi standards and stuff now? Maybe.
I don't think because even Wi-Fi now on console, whether you on PC or you on console, Wi-Fi is still unstable. Wi-Fi will always be unstable because it's floating in the air, right? That's dependent on the weather outside. That's dependent on walls separating you from your modem, how far away from you are from your modem versus, and then
I'm literally in the same space with my modem. I'm like,
right, you right next to your modem, so you're getting the bulk of the speed. Whereas the further away from you are from your modem, the more you are to lag. Even if you got high speed internet, if you in the house wherever you game at in your house. If your modem is more than say 20 feet away from you, automatic lag. I don't care how fast your internet is. Automatic lag because your what it happens is your console has to bounce off the modem because it's Wi-Fi, so the signal is bouncing versus a Ethernet cord where it's like a direct injection into the system, right? The Ethernet cord is injecting the connection into your console or your PC, where Wi-Fi is bouncing off like sound waves. Like the speed of sound is slower than the speed of light. The speed of Wi-Fi is if I don't know the speed, I'm just trying to give people like a visual. How Wi-Fi works is radio waves bouncing off of each other versus an Ethernet cord plugged directly in. There's nothing to bounce off of. It's injected like an adrenaline rush plugged directly into your system. You're getting 100% of the speed depending on the provider you got. Now you can still be laggy on Ethernet. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but that's because you probably got a cheap package. You got the lowest cheap package of your internet. Yeah, you're gonna have laggy internet even with your Ethernet. But
yeah, you gotta get the top joint.
Yeah, you got to get that high speed joint and spend that money monthly, whatever that is. AT&T, it's not T-Mobile, AT&T. It's not a specific company. It's the package that they're giving you, the highest speed package.
Oh, also buy your own modem. Do not get that old crusty modem that they done have for 3-5 years, and they're gonna put it in your house. Don't get it. Buy your own modem.
Yeah, from wherever you get them from.
You know what I'm saying? Get that top quality.
Now, to add to my answer to my question, because I do want the Nintendo Switch for myself, and of course, we did the show before the Direct came out. Now that Direct came out, I got some things I want to say. Not all at once. We'll go over time. My wife was peeking at my phone watching the Nintendo Direct video.
Yeah.
And when she saw Mario Kart, she was like, "Ooh, that's the new Nintendo thing that they talking about." I said, "Yeah, baby, this is the Nintendo Switch 2." She said, "Oh my God, I want to play." So I have to get one because
the rest is history.
One. And she was like, "And I want you to hook it up to my TV and my room so them kids ain't tearing up this thing." Because she know that they broke the other one, right? And the jury's still out. Man. The jury's still out on whether I did it or my daughter did it because that analog thing, the analog drift, which I know now is common with the Nintendo Switch. The analog drift was common. It still happened, right? Like my daughter was playing Smash Brothers, Mario Galaxy, and other games. I was on the Zelda, and that's just how it went down. But she remembers that the last Switch we had got broken. The screen was just jet black. There's no power. Even if you charge it, it's gone. And she saw where everything went back retro. GameCube, Nintendo 64, regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And when she saw that flash across the screen, she was like, "Oh, they're gonna have all the old games on there? Oh, you gotta get this." Not necessarily for my space where I'm sitting in, but in the room where she is, because there's a TV in her room. She watches all her binge watch all her TV shows and stuff. She wants me to dock it to her TV, so she'll decide if the kids can play, and they're gonna have to be in her room, so it's gonna really be limited.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be. Look, y'all ain't just gonna be roaming around with the Switch.
You can't be in our room like that. That's why y'all got your own space. So I'm gonna get one because I like the retro effect. I'm not necessarily gonna have an issue or be buying all these $80, $90, $60 games because I'm getting the Switch so that I can play the older game. This is basically an emulator, right?
Okay.
And yeah, there's gonna be some cost, but they're not gonna be $50 for the Nintendo games. Talk about the old school joints, Nintendo, Super Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Now I wonder,
games ain't gonna be $60. Go ahead.
I wonder if I know they're probably gonna have it on their system where you can come on somebody let me know. I don't know Nintendo's online, but Nintendo Now or whatever it is. I'm sure they're gonna have it on that, but I wonder if they'll have it where it's look, I just want to buy the GameCube games. So I
Mhm.
own them. I don't want to pay a monthly thing. I just want to buy the GameCube block of games, and I'll own them. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to buy the Nintendo block of games. Nintendo probably be like, nah, we need that monthly.
I think it's bad. I'm just say this. I think it's probably better to do it monthly because then you're gonna come out cheaper having access to those games. Because if you think about it, how often are you gonna play these games that you're finna build up? Whether you get the cartridge itself or you download the file.
I get you.
If
I
you
get you.
remember when I showed you my game library a couple months back, do you see all of them games? But what are we playing right now? We're playing Strive.
Man, strive.
We're not playing those. You ain't seen me go live even playing those joints or put no content out for them joints. And I own those games in a sense access because even if I didn't have PlayStation Plus account, those are my games in my library, but they're in the cloud because I can't fit all of them on my hard drive.
Yeah.
So when I want to play something, I'll download it to my hard drive, play it, then delete it and send it back to the cloud to save space. But I
I feel
have
you.
probably over 100 games in my PlayStation,
Mm.
and these are carryovers from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Right? This isn't stuff that I bought. These are most of these games are PS4 games in digital form because I have them in my library. When I bought the PS5, all I did was sign into my account, and everything just migrated to my PS5. So
All right.
most of those
Cool.
games are PlayStation 4 games, PlayStation 3 games, whatever is backwards compatible, whatever was available. I'm a backwards compatible person. That's why I want that Nintendo because I like to go back in time and play stuff that I never got a chance to play or played
True.
before, but just want to play again. I don't I
Or
don't
something
buy
that you played
games.
like back in the day, but you're like, did I ever beat
Yeah,
that
did I
game?
ever beat this? And,
Like
and
they
if I
came out
did,
when
I
I
don't
was in
remember.
sixth grade. Did I ever beat that?
Yeah, and
Or like
depending
back in
on the
my
type of
day, like we're
yeah,
approximately the same age. Like you rent the game, you only get that game for like 2 3 days. So it's like
and
if
that's
you
it.
can't beat it,
And it's a
you gotta
lot of
give
them
it back.
games that I didn't finish taking them back to Blockbuster. So I'm
Yep.
saying there's if for me, it's only certain games I'll buy on release. It's only certain games. I'm talking about 90% of the games, no matter what they
I feel
are,
you.
I don't buy them when they first come out.
Yeah.
Not because it for the simple reason of me just being cheap. I don't want to spend $70 on these joints. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I bought Tekken when it first came out. That was the first game I bought for my PS5. I bought Street Fighter 6 when it first came out. I play fighting games. Okay. But a lot of other games that I like to play, like RPGs and shooters, whatever it
Hmm.
is, I'm waiting on them prices to drop, fam. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get you. I
And
get you.
then I'll play it. And I'll be late to the party. I don't care. That game's old now. Nobody's playing it no more. But so what? I'm not everybody. I'm playing it now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having fun, enjoying myself, even if it's an old 2-year-old game, whatever. We play a lot of fighting games that are 5 to 6 to 7 years old. So what's wrong with me playing a game that's 2 years old that I didn't buy when it first come out, but that's what it's on sale now? What's the difference, really?
I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? I
Okay, I
don't
feel
have
you.
to get something when it first drops just to keep up with the Joneses. I'm 42 years old, about to be 43 here this
Yeah.
year. I'm not a kid that has to have it because I saw the commercial. Ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Like, no, I don't have to have it.
Oh
Plus, the
man.
games that I do have that I haven't touched yet, I gotta touch them games first before I even worry about that new joint that just dropped. So I got plenty to do.
True that. True that.
you
Well,
know.
here, let's roll this. Let's roll this next match. Then after this, I want to go out, play some other matches, and then we'll come back.
Okay, and I'll be playing some too in the background.
Yeah.
You just won't have it. You just won't
Yeah.
have it in your
They'll just be seeing my matches. They'll be
They'll
seeing me
be saying
get
your
beat
match.
up. We'll see if we can pull out some wins. We'll see. Come on, guys. We're rusty, but we're trying to
Look,
come back.
I'm rusty too. So you know what I'm saying. You might sneak one in on me because
Ooh.
I'm not fully at full power myself. Like I'm still learning Potemkin. He's not the same Potemkin. He's telling you, his execution, his move sets
Ah.
is different.
Ah. Oh no, no, no. Okay, 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 okay. This is the regular.
I was trying to click it. I still got hit by that train. Okay, kick it. That's what I'm supposed to do. It killed me?
Oh no, it got me. It got me.
I was doing the wrong thing. See, I'm rusty. I'm supposed to kick the bomb, not try to like flick it with his finger. See, I would know that if I wasn't so rusty.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, they trying to take me down, man. They don't want me to shine. Oh no! Oh man! All right, one more beat down from Potemkin. And
It's
then
coming back to me
go.
as I fight though, but I gotta fight for it to come back to me though.
Yeah, we'll come back because I know I want to talk about some more stuff, and I know Coop will be here relatively soon. At least I think, because Coop said
I think he said he was coming too.
Yeah. Oh man. Ah. Oh.
Dog, how do I keep missing that? I'm rusty.
You know what? He
rusty.
here now. Coop here now.
Coop here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coop here.
What's up, Coop? We in the middle of a match right now, so just so
Coop.
you don't think
oh no.
We fighting right now, Coop. You probably can't see it yet, but you'll see it on the show when we come out.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh. See y'all see how he try to do me? But we gonna come back. We ain't gonna let him.
One thing he's not doing is let me take him to heaven. Like y'all gotta understand. NERDSoul is not going to heaven today. Like it's just not happening. And I'm trying to take him, but he just won't go. How did I get hit? I avoided the afro. Come on, fam.
Yeah.
I avoided the afro.
Come on, baby.
Yeah,
that's right.
Heaven time.
No.
He's going to heaven.
See, man, they don't want.
I know what.
They don't want to see me shine.
Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. I'll take you there.
What up, Coop? We got Coop in the house. Say what's up, Coop?
What up, Coop? I finally took him to heaven. You'll see it.
Oh man.
He was trying not to go to heaven, but I had to take him.
While y'all playing. First of all, shout out to everybody and everything.
We out the match now. Go ahead. We out the match.
We out the match.
Well,
I'm gonna just go to some quick start stuff now.
Jog off work. Y'all can keep playing. I was just gonna, come in, do my, shout out to Uncle Nintendo. I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, but I wanted to be. But the terrorists won't let me be great. I don't know what's going on. But
none of us really.
I just want to get y'all thoughts on before the whole bad news of who just ruining the fun. How did y'all feel about the direct? Because I know we did a little preview of what we thought was going to happen.
Well, we spoke on that, so you kind of missed it. So just tell us how you felt about it, because we both just said that.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it live. I watched all the videos like kind of after it, all the the small segments that they put out.
I have watched it like 2 times. I watched it by several other people who went over it. A lot of Twitch people, their YouTube stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed the presentation. I even laughed at the parts that were a little janky, like the game chat was a little janky. Everybody laughed at that. But the sheer amount of games, the sheer amount of what we got right and what we were kind of shocked. I mean, we even predicted a Kirby. We guessed right about Kirby games. the air
Yeah, we got a
riders and
lot of
stuff.
stuff. I'm glad you
Um,
brought that up, Coop, because I
just
forgot. Like you prophesied a lot of stuff, Coop. Not to cut you off,
but
but you
no, no.
prophesied a lot of stuff that happened in the direct.
And
So
I won't
kudos to
say
you.
it's just me, because like I say, I'm the dude. I gonna say I go deep, but I start hearing the rumors. I start listening to rumors. It's like, okay, so this when you it's kind of like when you again in finance and stuff when they tell you get behind the numbers. When a trend happens, when you hear a rumor about 3, 4, 5 times, it's like
Uh
okay. And then I kind of worked in, I say, with politics, finance and politics go together. I worked downtown in the mayor's office at a finance department. Like we will know stuff before it is introduced to the public, before it goes to vote, because we have to write it or whatever. So it's like,
huh.
okay, somebody already knows this. So, we have to do a little PR speak. So basically, what the main thing that I know that this is once they get past all the rigmarole of what's going on in the financial world, not to bring that down, because we all dealing with it. Just the sheer amount of support, third party support, because that is in this that was in that presentation. And I don't know what's up with gamers. Like I ain't gonna say gamers, but it is gamers. People get so mad about it's only a couple of first party games. Yo, that's how I work with Nintendo. The trick is how many people want to be on their platform. Look at the sheer amount of people who seem happy in that presentation. All the big people from Japan was there.
Hmm.
Sega was there.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, they ain't Japan, but Ubisoft was there. Capcom is right there pouring a drink for Uncle Nintendo. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Capcom
yeah,
is
not
like,
pouring
look,
a
man, let me
drink.
get your drink. They poured a drink. They smoking cigars together. Look, Sega, Capcom, Konami might have been there. He might have, Konami funny acting. He'll come and drop off like a turkey and be like, I'm out. Drop off a
Right.
bread.
Or
But
come get a
Sega and
plate and leave.
Capcom is right on the patio with their uncle having fun because they know once this gets rolling, and look how Capcom came. Oh, we giving y'all the DLC bundle together. We're gonna have amiibos to kill, which I am going to get that amiibo, if I'm saying it right, because I suck at that. But you know what? I kind of got a thing where if I can get affordable figures of contemporary and well-loved black characters that get that type of treatment, I might buy the figure. Because Kim was cool. It got people who probably never even want to touch a Street Fighter saw themselves in Kim and wanted to play her. And honestly, I'm the guy that if it gets ladies involved, want to do something like that and feel and see themselves uncomfortable, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I before all the fun was kind of squashed, it was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. This is kind of the fun of since people know what the Switch does, this is just like more of it. And it's like a lot of the positivity was with it until they hit that price. And which I'm kind of fine with, but it's like gaming just is not gonna be the same price as our childhood. And I love
Nah,
that
nah.
it's something that I loved and hated at the same time.
Oh,
We
word.
actually
What you
been
hated about
here.
it?
Well, no, what I hated about the pricing is that a lot of people showed that, like, I want y'all to know that look at these old Super Nintendo game prices for cartridges back in the day, and this is why Sony had to go to CDs and it broke the pricing and brought it down. I said we actually spiked up to $70 and $80 before at the end of the Super Nintendo cycle because it was like Killer Instinct and a lot of games were getting ridiculously priced because of all the chips in the cards. So we have hit this price before and it came down because the CD technology was new, affordable, and cheap. And that's what Sony did. One of their positive contributions to gaming, they brought the price down and made people had to confirm because the hit of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. So it's just one of those things. So, but overall, just as far as the presentation, man, just a lot. Like I like the Donkey Kong. I'm glad that platformers they never left because the indie scene loves platformers. Of course, they get into those berserkly hard platformers, but it's just cool to see like Donkey Kong out there just being a mascot, looking, cartoonish, fun, and it's just like something from when I was like 4, playing the character in my PJs on Christmas Day, playing the original Donkey Kong, and here I am at 44. He's still here, relevant. It's kind of a beautiful thing to see. I guess coming around this many times around the sun, and you still get to see brand recognition of characters. I know that seems weird, but we all have our characters that we love and grow with. It's just, it's just cool to see that. And as a person who used to want to be an artist, I do kind of just love seeing characters like a Popeye, a Bugs Bunny, or Mario, a Sonic, and see what made them tick, what made them last this long. And when a company kind of and a creator get to have full control and make their something grow, and it's just something cool about it. And I love how they just show Donkey Kong breaking through the wall, like he's a star, like it's Donkey Kong. It was just cool to see that, but just the GameCube drop. It's
that was nice.
I never had GameCube, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff that when I sign up, I think it's for Switch 1. You just got to sign up for the Nintendo expanded thing, but it just dropped, of course, along with the whole presentation of the Switch 2. So that was something people wanted. A lot of even the grumpiest of YouTube right-wing grifters couldn't be mad during the presentation because they got what they wanted.
Yeah,
you got the Zelda packs. They answer the questions. You can see kind of the future of Nintendo with the younger guys there who's been putting in work, on the other stuff. So they was kind of like the ones doing the presentation, other than, a couple of the older heads. So you see where the company is going. The thought pattern is there. I ain't mad at them for saying like, hey, you enjoy this presentation. Go here for the pricing later. But it all went to pot after people saw the pricing. Then everybody was yelling, drop the price in the Nintendo Direct Treehouse. The Treehouse was still great because you got to see more of how Mario Kart World is going to work. I am very interested in Mario Kart World, where it seemed like everything is going to be a race. There's going to be a lot of point-to-point racing. So you get that knockout vibe, you get the Grand Prix, you get the other stuff, and they ain't even show you everything yet. So on the 17th, we still have a direct coming in a week's time just for Mario Kart. So it's funny how Nintendo give it and then take it away in a month, and they're still giving. But I like that they're being aggressive to show you, like, hey, this coming in 2 months. We drop it. Like, we had a whole rollout, and the rollout is getting delayed in North America. Canada just announced that the pre-orders will not happen in Canada either. It's not going to happen in America. It was supposed to start happening tomorrow. I'm kind of happy that Nintendo got their own pre-orders to start in May when they do that from their stock. Supposedly there's maybe 300,000 in stock that was shipped in January. So a lot of stuff once the uncertainty of things kind of drop off, if that ever happens,
okay,
then this thing will start clicking. I looked at the negative. I looked at stuff. I looked at shout out to RDC One World. I like those dudes, but some of their fans get on my nerves because this age group. People people be like, it was like, do black people play Metroid like that? Even if I'll say this, Metroid probably ain't the biggest around. Just say the general black casual thing. Not that I got to put race in it, but of course. Metroid ain't Zelda, it ain't Mario, it ain't Donkey Kong, but Metroid still sells a lot of games. It is very popular.
I'm not a Metroid person, but Metroid is still up there. So
the brand is strong. The brand is strong for real.
That is one of the 4 pillars or something of Nintendo that's gonna always get made. Poor Punch Out didn't come back. It ain't probably never coming back. Star Fox, I don't know why Star Fox ain't getting no love, but maybe in the future. But you will always have Mario, you always have Donkey Kong, you always have Zelda, you will always have a Metroid. You will have those 4 titles. You know, that is every generation will get one, if not 2 of each, but more than likely 1. And you know, they came out with Hyrule Warriors. I never played it, but they got a part, like, you know what I'm saying? So you see what they about to do with them. And just it was just so much stuff. And EA Sports, they like, look, hey, remember us? Used to play Madden on Super Nintendo and GameCube and stuff. We back. You know, like they finally got the power that we need and everything. So, you know, look, every publisher, every dev is happy to be on a Nintendo system. Like, all the gamers who be like, oh, my wrong ally, I can just emulate. Look, devs and the people who make legitimate business calls want to be where there's a lot of people who game. Even if you think Nintendo, like the people who still, you know, think Nintendo means kiddie games, that's a stupid, outdated thing. You know, they got their own. They got the spiritual successor to Bloodborne. I never played a Bloodborne game, but all the YouTube people never shut up about it. They're like, I need Bloodborne too. I need Silksong. They dropped Silksong, just more of that, just within a scissor reel. So people got so much of what they wanted, what they didn't know they was gonna get from Nintendo Direct, and stuff that isn't just Nintendo, drop in those scissor reels because they know everybody eyes is on it. That is knowing the value of production from the platform holder. You know, you don't see all these multi-plat things and say Xbox or Xbox Direct or whatever they call it, or a state of play. State of play is kind of even if you get stuff in there, but they just so boring as a presentation. You know, state of play is like, you don't even have to wait till you just get to it when you get to it. Nintendo Direct, people watch that like a movie premiere. And then the only other thing that's akin to it is like when Marvel up there had people watching chairs for 5 hours. It just, they know what they're doing. So overall, I give that Direct an A-. The price things just got kind of like, But I was like, you know, people kind of predicted the price, right? It was going to be from 400 to 500. The range was there. Like, people who read a little bit, there's like, this is what I tell people: just read. If you, nerds, people into nerd culture, gaming, whatever have you, I promise you, a lot of the stuff you can say, oh, I don't like analysts and they don't know game journalists. I like my YouTube grifter buddies. Okay, great. Some of them do legitimate journalism and stuff. You know, shout out to Spawnway. He's not, I wouldn't even call him a grifter. He does legitimate journal work and he reports fairly. The information is there. People choose to keep their head in the sand so they can be mad about something. So we basically knew the pricing of it, you know, and if you're an adult and you understand math and subtraction, you can do your budget if you want to get it. But if you think a game with new NVIDIA chips, new upscaling AI, I don't know if it's AI, but upscaling technology, which they have said that this, once they run the specs of it, it's somewhere in between a PS4 Pro and like an Xbox Series. So the thing is powerful enough to run most current gen games in handheld mode. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I like to say to that though: the price of the console itself, not the games.
Okay.
I personally don't see an issue with the price because of what they displayed us. I'm sorry, my phone. Because what they displayed in the presentation, all that it can do, ray tracing. Come on, like no handheld in the world can do that. There's no handheld that can do ray tracing, right? Or offer you that 4K type of display, and not so much as on the handheld, but on your TV if your TV puts it out. And everything else they can do that they didn't get to touch on the presentation. This thing can do more than what they've said. It can do more. It's just what they told us it could do for the presentation purposes. It can do more. And if you look at the average handheld PC, It's about $6.99, $5.99.
Yeah, this is cheaper than that.
This is cheaper than that, and you're getting. Let's talk about the GameCube part of it, right? Just the GameCube part of it, cool. And you're gonna like this. Yes, it's gonna be backwards compatible, going all the way to regular Nintendo, from Super Nintendo Genesis, right? But GameCube by itself, I don't think they realize how difficult it is to emulate the GameCube. Now you can emulate a Nintendo.
Yeah,
you can emulate Super Nintendo. You can emulate Sega Genesis. You can emulate Game Boy and Game Gear, right? Because Game Gear is also not Game Gear, Game Boy Advance. But what I'm saying is the ability to emulate a GameCube is costly. They gotta make their money back, and they're giving us a pretty fair deal with just the 400, the 450 price, and then Mario Kart. And this, I'm glad we're on the mic so I can say this, and I'm passing the mic back to Coop.
All right.
Everybody cried and said Mario Kart is $90. Stop
it. It is high though. I mean, when you think about a game, you're like, dang.
Hold on. You can't. You've lost your ability to complain about a game that you're either not gonna play, or if you want to play it, you want the Mario Kart, then buy the bundle package, which makes it $4.99. So you're getting Mario Kart for less than $60, let alone $90. If you're one of those people who says, I want the Nintendo Switch, I want to play Mario Kart, but oh my God, it's $90. It's not $90 for you. It's not, because you can get the bundle and get $4.99, and it's going to come with Mario Kart. So you're essentially spending $40 on Mario Kart. Now the rest of the games, I ain't even gonna argue with y'all about it. Y'all out there that says the games are too high, I'm not even gonna argue with you about the price of the games. Even I think that's kind of high, but those games that are high, I'm not gonna play anyway, so I don't really care. But those of you who want to play them, I'm not dismissing you. I'm just speaking on Mario Kart. If you the person that saw the direct video and was like, yo, that Mario Kart is too much, I can't believe that. It's not gonna be, because you can get it in the bundle package for $40. And it cancels out the $90, because if it's a game that you are sure you're gonna play, then soon as the Switch drop, whatever's going on with the tariffs and it becomes available on shelves, spend $4.99 and you get in Mario Kart for $40.
And here's the thing, and it's not regular Mario Kart in a way that we think of Mario Kart. I know a lot of people are so used to open world stuff and this and that, and they joke because they jokey about Nintendo, the weird edgelords or whatever. But here's the thing: Mario Kart 8 is one of the most selling games ever. People from somebody's grandma to all the RDC ones, everybody, it's in the Twitch rotational streaming forever. Only other game that kind of, one of the few games that pull that off is like a Call of Duty, and that don't last as long. Fortnite, that just ain't going nowhere. That's the Twitch game. Mario Kart is one of them. So that is a game that people can make content with, constant or just content. It's just constant content, or just showing it. And it's kind of like, us old heads, it's kind of the equivalent to what the arcade used to be. That's what I get from Marvel Rivals. You're gonna get that from your fighting games. My fighting games is strongly fighting games and beat 'em up games. The difference. But I'll just say there's a difference from the shoot 'em ups are arcade pillars and core, and we don't have, say, that per se in America anymore, and even in Japan. The older arcade scene is dying out, and it's been more of the cranes and the experiences and that. Like, they love their arcades. It's just, it ain't just for the hardcore salary businessman who want to smoke a bunch of, cigars and cigarettes and drink and play like Pac-Man and Street Fighter and beat people up with his business suit on, or the weird, it's just shoot 'em ups and Gundams. You got, they doing like the Gen Zers are into the looks, TikToks, the prettiness of it. So the arcade scene in the capital of arcade world has changed. I mean, Sega has even kind of got rid of some of the arcades. Of course, pandemic helped them do some of that, or they sold some off. Some things changed. So times are changing, as they used to say from that song or whatever. So you have something that people of all ages know that how it make you feel, and it's competitive, but it can be fun. It could be this and that, and it's more of an open world thing. For to have 24 racers, to have all these different things, you're gonna have hundreds, a lot of characters, and to make the worlds connect, something that this game has never done. It has now become its own living, ongoing game. Like they say in the title when they're giving out the awards, it can now be considered probably an ongoing game. You know, or I ain't gonna say live service, but it kind of is live service. It's just not free. It ain't free live service, but it is very live. It's supposed to be alive and well. Like if you just want to cruise, take pictures, scenic pictures and pose and stuff, and you know, kind of like the Minecraftness of it all. So it's just, I don't know what people. Yes, I would love games to be cheap. I honestly would, but these are the same people who say stuff like Nintendo only releasing only 2 games. Well, that's not true. It's like y'all report on games, but y'all don't understand what third party is. But then they start moving the goalposts back, be like, oh, these are remasters and games that came out before. Look, some people don't have a PlayStation 5. Guess what they gonna be able to do? Play Cyberpunk 2077, and then they get like one of the best versions of 2077 with all the DLC packed in and all this. So again, all the people who like to be like, oh, the Nintendo version, but yet the Nintendo version get the best version of it. That you don't have to, if you just now knew the Cyberpunk 2077, you get to get it all. And shout out big Cyberpunk just as a genre fan. He got Cyberpunk. That's all. He only played 2 games: Spider-Man, Cyberpunk 2077. That's what he loved. He said he like, oh, and you play like Mario Kart for his kids and stuff when he traveled. He said now, because he traveled a lot, I think for work. He's like, I'm gonna rebuy Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm gonna take it with me on my Switch version, and I'm gonna just probably leave the 5 at home. So he's gonna rebuy this game that he loves and already have to have this version. And he's such a good friend. I might treat him to it. If he gets the Switch, I might treat him to Cyberpunk 2077. Once my money get a little straight, you know, I might help him out, you know, because he do so much for us on the back end. Because he provides all of our pirates. I say pirates, excuse me. From the seas anime watching. That is more than enough of repayment for keeping us fresh and icy and up to date with all this anime, because spring alone is worth that game. You know. Side note: check our review of Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
that
true,
we just
true
did
that.
a few days ago. So, but yeah, I'm thoroughly pleased with it. Like games that I think I would buy. I don't know if I like Metroid. If Metroid wasn't a Metroidvania, because I love them, but I'm terrible with finishing them. I might try Metroid, the new Metroid, when I got plenty of time. I used to have Metroid Other M for the Wii. I think I couldn't beat it, but I love that first person helmet view. But it wasn't.
Nice.
It was like more linear, but it was fun. It was a unique experience, and Prime is the better version of that. But it's just like when people like, people like, it looks like an old Halo. I'm like, all right, y'all. Look, Halo is a classic. But I'm like, come on now, Metroid is Metroid, y'all. Y'all just bugging out here. But it was just between that. Definitely gonna
come
get
on,
Mario
man.
Kart because it's just fun. You know, it was at least 3 things I would probably consider.
I just want to say this. Though, if you spend $90 on Mario Kart, you stupid. Because you have the opportunity to spend
To get it for like
$40.
$50 instead.
There's no reason
I'm getting
why
the
you
bundle.
spend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about those of you who know you for sure. I'm gonna play Mario Kart. I like what I saw, right? If you like what you saw,
Yeah, I like Mario
and you
Kart.
are gonna play Mario Kart, there's no reason for you to spend $90 on that game. There's no reason. There's no reason. So if you spend it, it's
Yeah,
on you.
there's no
I
reason.
have no sympathy for you because you have the opportunity to get the bundle package and you're still gonna spend $90 on it. There's no reason for it. Now, people who says
And
I'm not
other
gonna play Mario
gripes.
Kart when it first came out, well, then all right, I guess I can sympathize with you, but
All right.
the game itself is not gonna be $90 for you. Just
Got you.
wanted to say
Now,
that part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it to throw Coop the question I asked you earlier with the article that came up from Financial Times, basically saying that this is something that the gaming industry needed, basically, like this whole Nintendo Direct, the Switch 2, the announcement. This is something that gaming needed. Do you agree? Because they said that
I
this is
vastly.
something
Oh,
they said that this is something that the stagnant gaming industry needed. Um, so how do you feel about that? Do you feel that the gaming
or they
industry
talking
is
about price or
stagnant
just the
or
direct,
stagnant?
just the just for the fact that gaming is trending as a whole, like on social media due to Uncle Nintendo. Again, this is the person. I know we joking, but he's Willy Wonka rolling out the red carpet. Say, come to the mansion. Let's party. It's a celebration. I got new cars. I got a new grill. I got new recipes. I got new clothes. You know,
And as y'all can see,
I'm
real
going
quick,
out.
as y'all can see, I ain't ducking no matches. I'm fighting everybody. But go ahead.
You know, he got his top hat on. He got his smoking jacket. You know, it's to celebrate that whole industry in a way. Like, again, devs and publishers seem to be jovial about it because sales are stagnant, or I'm not gonna say they're not. The PlayStation 5 is selling on a good sales pace. I don't think it's gonna outsell the 4. Because I don't know, the PlayStation 5 as a whole seem to have gotten a lot of negative feedback because people are just been bitter about the games. We already know that the
The
trouble
available games,
Xbox. Yeah. You know, Xbox has done good, but people are mad, got caught up into the whole corporateness of it all and lies or they don't want to look at the truth of what Xbox is telling them, what they wanted to believe, and they want to be children and not understand that these people aren't your friends. They're a for-profit corporation. So, and ultimately that why consoles might go away. You know, if you don't sell consoles, then you got to pivot. You can't expect somebody who's third and keep beating their head against the wall do the same thing. So basically, from now, they did need this, but then the people who got the same gripes against Xbox with what Xbox is doing, I'm gonna say this again. Remember, I think I said this, y'all. This is probably the last Nintendo or generation that you're gonna start getting. Like, you might get one more generation of physicals. Physicals out. Nintendo was the last pillar, the last stronghold of this. They're starting to put one foot out the door. Yes, it sucks. I know we want that feeling of going into GameStop, you know, and touching it and having that box to show off and make your shrine in your room and all that. Y'all just do that with figures or artwork. Commission some artists, make some of these things, you know. And I don't really feel bad for the collectors who want to, you know, raise up these old prices. So I'm kind of happy that I can actually go and play GameCube and I can play all these, like it was one of the games that's like one of them rare, them $100, $200, $300 games that was listed like Soul Calibur. That ain't no cheap game to just get Soul Calibur 2 with like the Link version. I don't know how much it's how high it is, but because there's only so many physical copies and how that market works, you know, probably getting Soul Calibur, if I'm probably sure there's a way to look it up, it's probably at least 150. At least 150. So, you know, I'm just guessing, spitballing, but it's no less than 100 for 20 something. You know, they talk about the new games, but they be at Soul Calibur 2, $100. I mean, Marvel Capcom 2 finally became affordable again, where a person like me can play it, because I'm not gonna hunt down them old machines and do that until I'm balling. You know, if you balling and you got it like that, great. But I also don't necessarily just reality. I don't have that space for all of those machines. I don't have my life set up for that right now. But it's just nice to be able to flick on a button on your Switch and then turn on the internet, and then there it is. Boom. Nintendo Switch Online. I can go play this. I can buy the compilations, and it makes it more accessible to people who don't have hundreds of dollars to waste. So I feel like people are not being. I think people are being disgenerous on both sides of disingenuous. Yeah, just not being honest. You know, 1 second they're like, "Oh, save the physicals and this and that," and I don't want to pay new prices, but they'd be like, "Oh, my old games or my rare expensive raw ally, 3,000 with the extra paddles that only I can get, that I'm a YouTube grifter, that it might have been gifted to me, but I'm gonna put it in your face to make you have FOMO and sell that lie that And some writers been saying like, okay, Steam Decks sell pretty good for what it is. Guess how much it sold? Like maybe 6 million. Dropping the bucket compared to the old aging Switch, because the Switch and Nintendo are a game company. I'm not computer savvy. I just want to turn on a game, play it, and maybe I want to take it with me if I travel. Maybe I want to go outside, flip on my lawn chair during spring and summer. Hey, I got Mario with me. I got this weird indie game I want to play. I'm just sitting outside. I might want to get a drink. You know what? Or instead of reading, I'm going to play a game. I might do this, do that, such and such. So, everybody don't want to emulate or learn how to emulate. I don't know how to emulate. I know how to do a little bit, only because somebody helped me. And it's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah. And if you got to do a lot of fiddling and all that, average person don't want to do that when they want to just play a game. Like, for me, that feels like I'm troubleshooting at work. I don't want to troubleshoot at work when I want to play a game.
You just want to play. Yeah, you just want to play.
Even my friend, shout out to William if you ever listen, my coworker, knows how to play computers, this and that. He even said like, and he loves to solve problems. He's like, sometimes you just want to flip it on, just do a lot of work to solve some of this issue. By the time you know that, you ain't gonna play the game. So I just don't. I'm glad that I can see between a lot of the BS between people that they talk both sides of their mouth. It's like, if you don't like the price of these games, but yet there'll be the same people telling you go get this old game and pay $400,000 for this old copy. There's only so much that holds its value, and I'm just kind of glad that the gaming companies are like, all right, let's specifically put games that are rare on these systems that you can just play. But then you'll hear people be like, oh, we'll never own it. Oh, the game key card, this and that. Y'all, I'm just saying, by 20, y'all, if I'm in my 40s, we're all in our 40s here. After a while, you're not going to be worried about owning some of this stuff. You just want to experience it and have a good time. And if you could do that for 20 some odd years and the servers are up, I think you kind of got your value out of it. It's probably not an heirloom that passing on games to kids, maybe for some of y'all, but then our kids, our grandkids ain't gonna really care. They might be playing something like.
Coop, you said something interesting earlier, and I didn't even think about this, but you're right. The Nintendo Direct Live, in and of itself, just by itself, without even going into the pricing and the specs, got the whole people who ain't even concerned about gaming hyped, right? This a media frenzy. PlayStation ain't been doing that. Xbox ain't been doing that, and even
they
PC
can't do it.
Ain't been doing that. So what we have to do as a community, a gaming community, Those of you out there who gonna catch this video and gonna give us 19 paragraph comment about your take. I just want y'all to be honest and unbiased here. And let's just give Uncle Nintendo his props. Whether you like the prices or not, I'm not even going to argue the point about how high these prices are. I agree with some of y'all. But like I said, some of them games I ain't even going to play anyway, so it's not like I'm losing money. But at the end of the day, though,